I agree. Yeah, I was just listening to a reader. See, I think that works just a whole lot better for me because when you've got readers talking about how the INFJ is 10 steps ahead of people due to pattern recognition, it's just what it is. You can't expect a half-wit professional to be able to see 10 steps ahead. They don't have any intuition. Right? Most of the time, I ask these people what their MBTI is, and they don't even know. They don't even know who you are, who they are, trying to help you with who you are. Make it make sense. Anyway, she just said it, and I have no problem telling you. She said, these groups want to know how the Earth Angel is able to see them. Well, that's simple because that person's an Earth Angel. Well, yeah, but I mean, it goes even deeper than that. The INFJ personality, they write books and make documentaries on the INFJ seer of souls. I seer their demons. What is my dark side? I trigger that shit like a bazooka. That's what it is. Here's the basic concept of what the problem is. They were harvesting Earth Angel energy, star seed energy, energy vampires. They didn't want us to realize they were using that energy for manifestation. Their greed got the best of them. It causes what? It causes addiction to money, addiction to this, trying to cause every block. Okay, great. So you've got readers talking about every time they did that, it bounced off my shield of protection and caused natural disasters. Yeah, this just broke the internet. That's what it is. Make a wish. No, they can't get out of it. You can't fight, and you can't prove me wrong. It's what it is. You can't have a reader say it first, me screenshot it, document what that reader said, and then get a fucking natural disaster on a holiday named after these karmic family members. That's what it is. I know as a QHHT practitioner, if you read the book Soul Speak, the higher self, its only way of communicating with you as the body that it inhabits, the God consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the super consciousness, the creator consciousness, the Council of 12, the Council of a Million, Bob, Tom, Harry. It doesn't care what you call it. As a QHHT practitioner, I know this. Dolores Cannon, been doing it since the 60s. She has been robbed from the grave more than anyone else when it comes to New Age, to healing, to people trying to, okay, great. She worked with angels, aliens, whatever the fuck you want to call them. As an angelic Reiki master, I do the same. I've attuned to those higher frequencies. You have lower, check it out. When someone comes to me that has a meth addiction and they're seeing shadow people, lower astral entities, that's what they're called. Do the research. It's called a lower astral entity, a jinn, whatever you want to call it. Right? There's jinn magic that goes along with that. However, you got people talking about candle magic. Okay, what the fuck is an addict doing sitting there focusing their intentions on that flame? Oh, give me more, give me more, give me more. It's greed. They're increasing. And how the fuck something to look into. I don't give a shit. I really don't care. I have removed that. Right? When you hear a reader talking about there are 16 bars to the ascension frequencies, yeah, the universe means one song. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All the light. Right, so you got people at the fucking bottom of the dough. Cool, that's fossilite bullshit. That's what it is. They're the bottom of the barrel. They have to feed on other people's frequencies. Whatever. I don't care about any of that. That's a group. That's a bottom. It's the fucking mail room as far as I'm concerned. It's just as important to the corporation. But what happens when they try to unalive the boss? Come the fuck on. Okay. Oh, we really like what this boss has. Let's just go in there and fucking pilfer that shit because we're being controlled by entities that are the opposition. What is Reiki for entity removal? Fucking, it's a simple Google search. Right? These people need an exorcism because the spirit of greed is controlling them. We've already said that. Right? What they put out goes back on them. When that life path 8 human, when that life path 8 Pisces sun shows up into your reality, my life path 8 in numerology means what comes around goes around. It's a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. I agree. So when they're projecting their energy, ooh, I want that. Fuck, it goes right back on them. Ooh, I want that. They're complete. They're dealing with a whole individual. A holy person does not mean fucking good. It means whole. That's right. So when they're projecting their half-wit projections on a whole divine energy and it goes back on them, cool. So you've got one. Pick one of the 7 deadly sins. Whatever they put out went back on them. They're complete. They're complete whole. They're tenfold karma. That energy, unless they do the shadow work and remove it, it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. But when she says, these people want to know, how do you know? How can you see them? They write books and make documentaries on the INFJ Seer of Souls. We've been talking about seers confirmation. We've been talking about seers versus warlocks for almost a year now. Great. What do they want? What, your 5-star reviews? That's what it is. It's free advertising as far as I'm concerned. They want to know how you can see them. Well, they don't like the tarot community. So when you have hundreds of tarot readers that don't know each other talking about them trying to sacrifice or unalive an earth angel, okay, cool. That's conspiracy to commit red rum. So number one, we want to find that earth angel. At least I do. I want to know that earth angel true. I want to know what kind of independent business they have that's got whole fucking greedy groups, a whole bunch of greedy goblins concerned about what that individual is doing when I work one-on-one with people. Simple enough. Right? They were harvesting the energy. See that fucking light? They were harvesting that. They don't want that truth coming out. They don't want you to know that all of the glamour and all of the blah, 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 blah came from doing rituals to harvest energy. They don't want you to know that. Okay, cool. Tarot already told you. The fact that they harvest the light off of the sun, that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. They don't want that truth coming out. I don't want them having my energy. It's what it is. Simple enough. Right? Touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. God brings the storms. Yeah, hell yeah, brings them to me on holidays with their names all over them. Pisces wants to know how you can see them. Well, the reader said that God's bringing the storms, and then I go and look for natural disasters on holidays, and wouldn't you know, it's got the fucking name of someone I know on it. Right? One of the readers said they were doing blood rituals. What pops up in the news the next day? Fucking Tropical Storm Dexter. Right? I know as a QHHT practitioner that the higher self's only way of communicating with the body is through pain. Cool. What is the law of mentalism going to do with Earth and an Earth Angel? The only way that the higher self can communicate with the Earth Angel is showing me pain on Earth. The fact that it's named after people I know has got to have them all kinds of in mental conflict. I can't do anything about that. I don't care. I don't care about what people. I'm not responsible for what people do in groups, unable to complete their mission. That's what it is. What does that show? Well, obviously, my psychic and energetic protection techniques must be pretty good. Right? And if they're not, then I want to certainly find that Earth Angel all these people are talking about. That's what it is. Right? You got to think. God has the last laugh. Their main focus was what? Making the evidence give up. It's just what it is. I'm just kind of sitting in the evidence room. That's what it is. Plants under divine judgment. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. What's done is done. No, they can't get out of it. They're under divine judgment. And they're sad. They're upset. Well, I mean, and that's what they wanted for someone else, isn't it? Karmics. I can't do anything about what karmics wanted for another happening to them. We told them that. They were warned. They were told over and over and over again. Harmony and balance is being restored. It's what it is. Right? And super shout out to you. Thank you for sending me the songs and the clips. And I mean, getting that news clip yesterday, that was the entire point of last week. Last week, the energy and the collective readings was all about how they were trying to steal your gifts. They were trying to steal your clair abilities, necromancers, right? Sucking off the essence of children in fear, cannibalism and shit's necromancy. Go read it. Go read about that shit. That's not my fucking gig. My gig is Reiki and QHHT. Past life regressions, their gig's fucking eating people. Okay. That's what it is. You got necromancer energy all in the cards. Okay, cool. My past life, they hating on my spiritual gifts. Guess what we did in past lives? All right. My past life regression was in the Order of the Dragon, the fucking Crusades. Take this book as the word of God, or, we're kind of hungry. That's what it is. Your entire construct was built on fucking Vlad the Impaler, Dracula fighting for Christianity. You think there's some dark vampire shit going on in Christianity? You think that's a truth? They don't tell you about any of that, do they? But yeah, it's part of my past life regression, and that's nobody's fucking business anyway. It's my private personal information. The fact that every tarot reader on the planet's telling everyone, right? It's just what it is. Can't do much about it now. Confirmation. What was Pisces' purpose? Well, we told you last year to get you off of the wheel of karma. What happens when God sends a messenger? Demons try to shoot the messenger. They do this every lifetime. Why would you expect karmics stuck on the wheel of karma with everlasting life on Earth? They're going to reincarnate again? Okay, great. Maybe Hurricane Milton, Tropical Storm Dexter will be waiting for them when they're born. They're going to be born in a fucking tree house. Even harder the next time. You don't get out of karma. And then when someone breaks all karmic ties, removes all karmic contracts, what's their sole goal? Getting that individual locked into another karmic contract, because they don't want to, oh no, we judged someone harshly, and now we're going to go to our soul review and have to come back and do all this over again? Yes. And it doesn't matter. And the readers are right. They don't even believe in reincarnation. I did not either until the shit was played out before my eyes. So I started studying it more. Right? You can't have clients, multiple clients, not just one, multiple clients explaining this tarot card to me right before my fucking eyes. That's what it is. And these people absolutely believe in karma. They just don't tell you, but they want you fucking keeping the matrix going. Oh yeah, we just need you to come back and do all this over again. That's what it is. Right? You got too much of it. You've got too much energy in the cards of the ascended master on your planet. Okay, cool. The fire and the water sign, right? They forced a transformation by using witchcraft and voodoo and shit. That's the opposition. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thank you for helping me. You did me a favor and locked their asses into another round on Earth. I can't do anything about that. That's why the group's pointing the finger. Oh, they're all upset. They listened to a narcissist that did not give a shit who they hurt, took their little sadistic supply that they siphon their money and their power over them with, right? So that they can have an image. Cool. I know that they do that. Right? That's why I take a name that my father called me, put that shit at the bottom. That's what it's a foundation. They're trying to destroy the foundation. Okay, cool. It's Upshotscott. If I know that narcissists use an image, cool. Fucking look at that. That's you're Upshotscott. We're all one. We're all one. Look at that. How do you build that hierarchy? Well, fucking the money and the power come once you get the fucking opposition and greed out of the way. And then you build up, and what is the image at the top? What is at the tip of the iceberg? 5-star reviews. You. Has nothing to do with me. You have to do the work. All healing, self-healing. They don't like that. And it's what it is. Most people don't want to heal. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to go within. They don't want to fucking look at that nasty, evil, demonic influence that fucks their life up and destroys everything around them and everyone else. Hell, I know I didn't. But when I did, I took my power back, and they don't like that. And then the tables turned. What they wanted I wanted 5-star reviews for everyone. Still do. All healing, self-healing, I like that idea for you. It's just what it is. People are abusing you, keeping you dumbed down. Cool, I want you smarter. What I want for another is what I want for myself. Emotional factor. They know I'm a clairsentient. That's where all that poke the bear energy comes into tarot, right? Clear feeling is my ability. So what do? They try to attack that to give your power away. Okay, great. I call that shit back. I do not consent to anyone siphoning my energy. If they do that, they get ill. They get sick. They're going after the healer. I can't do anything about that. They were told. We told them that. The energy affects them in ways that they don't understand. Yes, that's why they shouldn't have played. They told them last year, large groups of people were really going to regret playing in that Earth Angel's energy. Okay, great. What does that mean? They tried to attach their karma onto karma? That's dumb. That's a negative plus a negative equals a negative. That's never going to work. Simple enough. It's not that hard to understand. It is for them because they only think logically or creatively. They can't think with creative logic. And then when they come to someone who does, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, that's what it is. What do they do? What happened to those individuals? Nelson Mandela had a nifty fucking effect for all of you, didn't he? He bent your reality into shambles. That's what it is. Right? They hate on our spiritual gifts, our connection to the divine. Okay, great. Terrence McKenna was INFJ, and I don't need substances. I crossed over. Did Terrence McKenna ever have an NDE or just fucking a synthetic DMT? I had the real thing, baby. There's no going back after that. God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light. As it I be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. You got to think. Look at the energy that is in the cards surrounding that independent entrepreneur starting a business. The karmic energies from the past. They're dipped in conspiracy to unalive a human energy. Okay, great. Why the fuck do you think they were left behind 20 years ago? That's 20 years of that demon working through them. Everybody's love, everybody's light, everybody's health, everybody's wealth, everybody's abundance is just a little fucked up. Just what it is. They're talking about dark covens or secret societies or whatever have now unlocked a fucking door to take out someone that's connected to the divine. The divine said no and sent that energy back to them. And now what do we have to deal with for the next 8 years? Whoever the fuck was involved is what it is. New level, new devils. What they wanted for you is what they wanted for themselves, and they can't accept that. Okay, great. Fucking, we couldn't accept the first part. They tried to force that shit upon us. Now it has been returned to them. I can't do anything about that. Right? And now they want to play the victim. It's what narcissists do. Narcissists trying to cash in on the spiritual community that did not care who they hurt, got together and sent energy out that they didn't realize would be reflected back to them. Now that it is reflected back to them and they're going to be forced to heal whatever, right? They want to play the victim. Oh, look what he's doing to us. No. Look how uneducated you are. Simple enough. You played with an energy that you didn't understand. You didn't care who you hurt. Now natural disasters have happened because of you. It's the difference between a fucking group causing natural disasters, a death cult that just wanted to see their death magic work. Right? Want to leave someone else holding the bag. Want me to be the victim. That's what it is. And it's kind of hard for them to play the victim when that energy went back on them. They're their own victim. They victimized themselves. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. She said they want to know how the Earth Angel can see them. Well, that's because the Earth Angel is the real deal. So, Earth Angel glowing aura. It's a simple fucking Google search. It's not that hard. What is the problem? We're dealing with people trying to pull off robberies and crimes that can't even read. They couldn't read their own rights. That's why they have to have their rights read to them. I can't do anything about that. I don't care. I don't care about what other people do that they can't get out of. I don't care about the holes and traps they keep falling into because it's a negative plus a negative equals a negative. That's what it is. I have absolutely no problem telling you I am a negative feminine mutable sign. So what happens when they send negative energy at a negative feminine mutable? Fucking feminine intuition would tell you that a negative two wrongs don't make a fucking right for them. That's what it is. A negative and a positive. Oh, we're going to do the right thing for someone? Cool, let there be light. Simple enough. Cards in the upright? No, cool, we'll flip it around. Right? And it's when you have reader after reader talking about how the introverted intuitive is 10 steps ahead, well then I can't make excuses for half-wit professionals that can't see 10 steps ahead. Right? Why you have to... Nothing gets better without change. You just let the reader say it first. That way they can go argue with her that said it first. I just hand you the results. That natural disaster with their name all over it on the holidays. That's what it is. You're talking about 30-minute to 1 hour readings. Cool. A QHHT session is capped at 2 hours. Those 2 hour capped sessions that Dolores Cannon did thousands of had the higher self spoon feeding her for 20 years plus. What's the emotions on the situation? Women who can teach you anything, right? The Dolores Cannons. The Madame Takadas, women who could do anything that left legacies, not these greedy Jezebel spirits, not these people that are logically screwing you or creatively fooling you with a half-wit mentality. Simple enough. Right? That's the energy that is in the cards. Right? They are trapped in conspiracy to unalive an Earth Angel energy. Right? Earth Angel's still moving. That's what it is. They attuned to the wrong thing. They should have found something safe to do, right? What is the energy in the cards? Wherever that Earth Angel may be, has completed an 8 to 10 year cycle. What comes around goes around. That means their cycle is just now beginning. Why are they in fear? And okay, cool, because they know what they did. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now they're all in their egos, having to self-reflect. Okay, great. This is the narcissist card. Right? Simple enough. So on the emotional aspect of things, you have women who are teaching you anything about being a narcissist. That's what it is. They attuned to the wrong thing. Taking our power back? Yeah, health. Right? They can't believe it. And that's the thing, is every time I hear a reader say that groups can't believe the things that the Earth Angel has healed from. Great. Where is that Earth Angel? Sounds like they got some pretty good fucking knowledge on healing, huh? It's just what it is. How are these groups going to heal with it all going back on them over money? That's what it is. Health and wealth, baby. That's what it is. And when I hear marketers say that the market has been narrowed down to only health, wealth, and relationships, and then I go and do my research and see that they're putting people in business doing twin flame counseling, that shit's a fucking scam. Right? Health, wealth, and relationships. Cool. So the twin flame shit, fucking scam. They've got everybody coming and paying top dollar when the odds of you finding your twin flame are like winning the fucking lottery. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Anyway. Right? And we're using the law of attraction method for that. Cool. Which one of the 7 hermetic principles has vibration, correspondence, cause and effect? When you take those 3 together, that's how the attraction happens, like a tuning fork. What's the problem with that? They got you focused on money. They've got you focused on their relationship with money, because what they put out goes back to them while they're harvesting your energy. That's what it is. I do agree. The market has been narrowed down. Right? You got a bunch of sharks that are only making money off of health, wealth, or abundance. Right? Relationships. Health, wealth, relationships. Cool. So the relationship avenue is fucking full of scammers. Right? The wealth aspect, cool. What are they going to do about this new digital financial system that's about to affect the planet globally? Right? And then health, hell, your entire healthcare industry is part of the anti-human agenda for AI hospitals and shit. Right? So that shows you right there that the market that they narrowed you down to with their system of control is already being fucking reset. Master yourself. Simple enough. Authenticity, fucking see right there, and it comes right in. These guys are on it. That's what it is. What is the problem about being on it? They still don't know what their fucking handlers or controllers are going to do to try to fucking dupe you. Great. So now they have to deal with energy that affects them too in ways they don't understand. Right? I put my energy in there, so it's a whole lot different than they're playing with energy that affects them in ways they don't understand. No. I put my energy where I absolutely understand how to call it back. That's what it is. Right? They want to manipulate the energy as energy. So what they want for another is what they want for themselves. Sooner or later, you're going to have someone fucking smart enough to see that, see what the group did that got them fucking an 8-year cycle of karma, and their fucking light bulb's going to go on. Oh, we'll do the opposite of what these fucking half-wit morons did. We'll just do the opposite of that. They're stupid. That's what it is. Show them some compassion. It just takes a moment. What's the problem? What's the block in all of that? The controllers of the matrix, your individuals, your rich entities that want to do the land grab and fuck everybody and their mother because of their greed. Right? Now they're stuck in a karmic cycle because what they wanted for the divine is happening to them, and then you lose the list. Oh shit, everyone's under divine judgment. Oh my god, the Ponzi scheme, the Matrix has fallen. It's fucking a whole lot better than the British are coming. People are worried. That's what it is. Show them some compassion. Right? We got 8 years of this shit to deal with. I fully agree with the readers that are saying that they put a earth angel through an 8-year cycle, doing everything they could to stop that individual, and then they completed and closed out that cycle. Cool. What does that mean? What comes around goes around. Now what they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves, right? What do the smart people need to do? Realize that while they're going through in a group setting of whatever they wanted for another person, fucking do the opposite of what they did to that person, and you won't get karma. Love is all there is, always wins. The meek shall inherit the earth. Fucking harmony and balance. There was no gratitude in the situation. People don't give gratitude to the truth. They buy the fucking lie. Ask them. That's what it is. Oh my God, all these truths are coming out. Yeah, cool. So what have you been, if all the truth is coming out, then what the fuck have you been paying for? The truth is coming out. So if the truth hadn't came out before and you were investing all of your money into bullshit and now the truth's coming out, cool. Then where did all your money go? Did it go to bullshit? No gratitude there. Truth is out. The word is spirit. That's what it is. Think about that. You have to use your head. And it's not that fucking hard. If the truth that they didn't want to come out is coming out involving health, wealth, and relationships, then they were controlling your reptilian brain. If you don't have a reptilian brain, you're not a fucking human. It controls sex, fight, or flight. What are the 3 ways a jinn enters a human vessel? Go study jinn magic. Heightened states of rage, heightened states of fear, and when you're in your passion, fucking sex demon. So now you've got them doing their sex rituals, summoning the jinn, dealing with ghosts, fucking entities, whatever. That's what it is. What's the opposite of that? Fucking the higher dimensional light beings. Ask the angels for what you want and then sit back and watch the magic happen. It's no different. That's what it is. What's the problem with that? It's the harder path. Harder path comes with the greatest rewards. It wins. You have to take the harder path to win. You're not going to get to the top of the mountain unless you climb that shit. No. You have everybody down here at the bottom camped out. We want the gold up at the tip of the mountain, but we're too fucking lazy to climb it. We're just going to send this person. And then when they come down from the mountain, we're going to take on. No. You just get to the top of the fucking mountain. I'm king of the mountain. Simple enough. Kind of hard to take the gold from up here, isn't it? Fucking gold thieves. Okay, your energy has these people. That's what it is. And I knew this was going to happen. Right? I knew that the fucking roles were going to be reversed. Cool. So what do I have to do? Not fucking exist. Right? Think about it. The narcissistic image, the power and the control that they have over a fucking supply. Cool, I have to reverse those fucking roles. That's what it is. Put you at the fucking image. You're the 5-star review. That your reviews of self-healing have nothing to do with me. What is my job? To not exist and remind you how fucking lazy you are and how dependent on someone else you are when the truth is coming out and you've been paying for a bunch of fucking lies with a market narrowed down to health, wealth, and relationships. That means if the truth is coming out around a bunch of fucking phony scams and frauds on health, wealth, and relationships, then that means everything you have learned and paid for on health, wealth, and relationships was a motherfucking lie. Prove me wrong. You're sitting on fucking Facebook all the time trying to build fucking intimate physical relationships with people. There's no interaction. That's what it is. I get more accomplished reading cards for someone in a fucking coffee shop. Changes their entire world. What happens? It activates their karma. What do they understand? That I've just activated their karma. They understand that. I'm not going any fucking where. Keep your crooked fucking karma receiving thumbs off my 5-star reviews. Has nothing to do with me. Do the work. And, and people aren't going to. They want the easy way out. It's fine. That's what it is. They're going to hate on your spiritual gifts. Okay, great. I can do that. Why the fuck would you let someone else hate on your spiritual gifts when I can do that shit with 5-star reviews? You end up with better gifts. Okay, we got to remove that negative energy off of the fucking karmics. How does that happen? They're going to be going through a karmic cycle that they cannot get out of. How do you keep from getting fucking karma? Don't do what they fucking did to someone else. That's what it is. Fucking golden rule. Do unto others. Simple enough. Right? I have absolutely no problem being the target of people that don't want to fucking be bullied anymore. Okay, great. I can do that shit. They can't take out the Earth Angel? Cool. Then my focus is on finding those Earth Angels that they couldn't take out. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to take them out for fucking coffee. You got a friend in me. That's what it is. Right? And I'm not making excuses for anyone, but we do have to be honest. It's not your fault. That's what it is. They sold you a lie. Okay, great. You bought that shit. Fucking lesson learned. Guess what? We all did. No one's any better than anyone else, except those that are at the top that are now getting fucking their roles reversed on them. That's what it is. We're not fighting that shit. They have to fight a fucking 8-year cycle of karma. Can't do anything about that. They have to fight falling from grace. They have to fight natural disasters named after them. Here's my card. Higher consciousness wins. That's what it is. Current situation, success, sovereignty. We have reached the end of their cycle, right? Their cycle. They rule. Oh, we're the cool kids. We rule. Yeah, now guess what? You get to rule paranormal fucking activity. The devil has been flipped upside down. Masculine energies cannot create without feminine energy. Period. Right? That's why when they find a balanced INFJ that uses both sides of the brain simultaneously, the masculine and the feminine, oh fuck, we've got to stop that person. We can't let that person be we can't let the human lie detector fucking fill people in. Oh no, we have to stop that at all costs. Cool. Now what do they have to stop at all costs? Their karmic cycle. Simple enough. Unanswered prayers. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about achieving success, being the fucking devil energies flipped upside down due to their illusions and their prayers not being answered, supported because they didn't listen to their intuition. The whole fucking group talks about intuitive abilities and they don't fucking have any. Robbing other people of theirs. What it is. Can't change that consciousness. Truce out. That's what it is. You got to think, if they had intuition, they wouldn't have fucking not listened to it. That's what I tell people all the time. The hardest part of listening to your following of intuition is listening to it. Simple enough. Right? And now everyone's all in their feelers. Why? Because they feel entitled to healing energy that belongs to someone else. They siphoned that energy because it's fucking Kundalini creative energy. Okay, great. Now we're calling that shit back. That's not their energy. They have affected my normal, non-negotiable meditation. Now, but see, we were going to drain that person, but now that they can call their energy back and we're being drained, oh no, we're the victims. Oh no, he's draining our energy. What comes around goes around. I can't do anything about that. They were told, they were warned, they didn't believe it. They tried to win at all costs. What? Someone else's life force energy? No. Doesn't work that way. They should have attuned. They should have grounded. They should have meditated. They should have went within. They should have lived off of their own backs instead of someone else's. Especially not the fucking healer. I'm going to make you heal. All healing is self-healing. That's what it is. They want to work with me and won't do the fucking work anyway. Fucking make that make sense. Namaste.